Alrighty, so let's talk about this trailer. They dropped a new trailer here for Here's Negan, which is the season 10 finale episode. There's actually quite a bit of stuff in here. It's not just like Here's Negan related. There's stuff from every episode, but it is more Here's Negan centric, I guess you could say. And there's a lot of new footage in here. Some of it is footage we've already seen, but I'm not going to talk about that. It is mostly, I would say, 60% to 70% new footage. So let's talk about all of that. So before we go any further, if you want more videos breaking down any new trailers like this that we do get, or my reviews on each episode, just make sure to be a subscriber. I also do have an Instagram. It's just at MusicMan on Terrace Street. The link for that should be down below if you care to follow me on that anyways. But let's talk about the trailer here. So the first shot we get here is of Negan in this house. And now I'm even more convinced that unless this cabin is something special to him, I'm more convinced that this is the cabin that catches on fire later on. It has very similar windows to the other shot. So I think there is a good chance. I mean, if you look, the jacket is right here. So Negan could just put this jacket on. If he has the Lucille that Brandon, it's not Brandon Rose, but the character Brandon gave him, then he could walk out with that as well. But there's a door, if you notice, there's a door here on the left. And it just kind of adds up to this shot. So I think when he's walking out of that house and that house is on fire, that probably is present day Negan. And he's just walking out after he burns down this entire house. And he's just like, he's leaving his old self behind. And I think that's going to be the point of the episode. And that happens in Here's Negan, is he reflects on his past. Well, he doesn't reflect on his past. Like that happens in issue 174, which is the final issue, I guess, that you do see him in the comic. But they're connecting that, I think, with Here's Negan and making the point of the flashback episode, right? Of the backstory episode makes sense. And so I think that's what they're doing here. This is probably going to happen at some point in the beginning of the episode. Negan is here in this cabin. He has been most likely exiled from Alexandria at this point. I believe that him and Carol walked here, and Carol just, she may deliver food and stuff like that to Negan, but this is where Negan has to stay now. He can't stay in Alexandria or the hilltop or anything like that, and I think that will be the final decision that Maggie makes. We have this shot here of Maggie, and this is around the time when she does see Negan out. So again, a lot more drama here. And then there's this shot here of Negan, and he looks like he's a little more, I guess, concerned about him being out and just his well-being and what that's going to do to Maggie and just the drama there. But this actually reminds me of a shot that happens, or a shot that we got earlier anyways, of Negan smiling, because it's very similar. Like it's close up to his face like this. And so it's possible that after this concerned look he has, that he just smiles. I thought that shot was connected to Lucille, but we now know that no, it isn't. That shot that was connected to Lucille with the green hair or the green wig is when she takes out that walker. So I think that after this, Negan's going to smile because he's kind of loving it. We then have Maggie and little Herschel Ree right here. They're holding hands, and then you see the little Herschel Ree. I just love the fact that he's wearing that baseball hat. Like, it's just, he looks so much like Glenn. It's just awesome. Because the show is coming to an end, and you want to somehow at least wrap around and have some elements come full circle like this. Glenn was there in the very beginning, and it's just amazing to see him, like his son, like I think Herschel's 8 years old or something like that. And he dresses like his father with the hat and stuff. And Maggie probably does that intentionally, right? And, just because it's nice to have a little mini Glenn around, right? And so, I mean, it's just amazing. It really is just awesome as a longtime fan of this show to have this as an actual thing on the show. I just can't believe how much time has passed. Like, that's Glenn's son. Are you kidding me? Glenn has a son that's like that old now. That's crazy. We then have this shot here of Gabriel and Aaron. I almost said Father Aaron. Father Gabriel and Aaron. They are in this warehouse house sort of, I don't know what the hell this place is, but it's a bar or something like that. I think this is around the time when they first enter this building. And they look like they're scared of something, but I actually think they find alcohol and like food and stuff like that. And they're just going to sit back and just relax and, play a few card games or something like that. Like, I think that is what's going to happen because we do have that shot of Aaron just relaxing and doing exactly that. And I think that's where this episode is going to go into high gear is as soon as they're sitting down, they get drunk. I think Aaron's going to leave, and then he's going to run into Robert Patrick's character, and then just all of that drama happens. I'm pretty sure that was the setup in the synopsis So I think it kind of makes sense here with this scene. We have this shot here of Daryl, and I mean, he looks just like season 10 Daryl. Like this shot, there's walkers in the background. I have no idea where this episode takes place. I don't think it's episode 17. It obviously isn't a flashback. It is probably from episode 18, I'm guessing, but I don't know because again, it depends on the wardrobe changes, but I'm thinking 18. I think it has to do with Carol, and him and Carol are just out here because I know Daryl is wearing something very similar to this and he's riding that motorcycle. So I'm thinking this is from episode 18. We have this shot here of Carol, and now it's been edited and the color grading looks awesome. It looks just like the Walking Dead usually does. And then we have this shot here of Maggie. And this is where they're going to start to get into some interesting stuff here with Daryl and Maggie in episode 17. And I'm really interested in what exactly happens here. Because if you remember in the synopsis, it says that Maggie and Daryl deal with an unknown threat. And, oh, no, it's not an unknown threat. It's like an unseen threat or something like that. And so we see Maggie getting caught in this trap, and she'll probably be hanging upside down. There's also this shot of Daryl fighting a walker on the ground. So I'm guessing this is from the same episode. And there's also these shots here of Maggie and Daryl trapped. It looks like they're trapped in something anyways, because they're together here in this, I don't even know, some kind of container, train cart thing, or I don't know what they're in, maybe some kind of room, building, something. So something here happens with these two characters. I really am curious as to what that unknown threat is. Is it some person pulling some kind of strings and like, it's just a little, I don't get what this is. Maybe it's just a bunch of traps left over that they're just all running into. That makes no sense. But we have a shot here of Father Gabriel, and this just looks absolutely amazing. I love the way that this looks. Father Gabriel, he's a priest with a gun, right? It's just badass. And then we have this shot here of Princess, and it looks like she got her ass kicked in there. I don't know why. It just looks like she's so bloody. Anyways, the door, it opens up, but then it cuts away. And then you see a Commonwealth soldier here. And then you see them three, like Ezekiel, Yumiko, and Eugene, with black bags over their heads. Princess has been interrogated at this point. I think we're going to learn more about her backstory a little bit here. And I think Lance Hornsby, who is a comic character, this happens around the same point in the comics. He's going to question her. I think he is in that wherever they're at right now. And I think what I'm just wondering now is, is Mercer going to be here? Is it possible that Mercer's in this room with them, or that we're going to meet Mercer? Because I've been seeing a lot of rumors recently that a certain actor, I don't know what his name is. It's like Michael James Shaw. I might have that name completely wrong. Maybe it's like James Michael Shaw or something. It's like something like that. Or maybe I think Shaw was a part of it. I could be wrong, but if you look at Mercer casting, Walking Dead, anything like that, just on any website or whatever, like that should come up. You'll see articles talking about it. The main piece of evidence that Mercer has been cast is that a lot of people in the Walking Dead cast and stuff like that are actually following that actor now, which is a little interesting. It's like, what? Why are you all of a sudden following that actor? I think it's because he's been cast, which means he probably would be filming right now, which also means that they are definitely going to be announcing his casting very soon. We then have this shot here of Negan talking to whoever this person is. There's someone in a chair, something, and Negan is basically just saying that, you told me that I talk too much. Well, if I'm done not talking, then that means something very bad is going to happen to you. And this could be his first Lucille victim. This definitely could be. I believe that this could be this person here, the younger Joe the Claimer guy. I think he could be Negan's first Lucille victim. That is going to be I actually think that's going to be a very powerful moment, because Negan was so comfortable with Lucilleing people before. He just did it. But I think in this episode, if they can actually show us the first time he does it and how he deals with that, and if it does affect him, if he gets some type of adrenaline rush from it where he's just like, I love this, and he has a big smile, it's just like he has all this power. I think I want to see that the first time he ever did it, because it definitely is, in terms of, being a human being, that is something, if you did that to somebody, that's got to mess you up. And just like, what does that put you through, right? So what did that put him through? And what led him to that moment to be able to do things like that just all the time? It's just a really cool scene here, because this is Negan before the Saviors, right? And he kind of, if you look at him, he kind of looks like the Savior Negan a little bit, he's missing the red scarf, but he has like this red sweater on with the jacket. So yeah, I believe at this point here, he is just kind of on his own now trying to survive. And he obviously has Lucille because of this shot right here. So he's already created this bat. And if you notice, there's already blood on the bat. I don't know if that's from a person or from walkers, but yeah, I guess I'll let you guys decide that or debate that in the comments. It's a really cool shot. I can't wait for this episode. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I imagine, is going to blow us all away. He is such an incredible actor. He's given so much life to this character. I can't wait to see how this is going to be done on screen. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Where does it end with the flashback, and how does it connect to the current Negan? How does the episode end overall? Is it going to end just Negan's story? Because how is it? It is the real finale for season 10. So it kind of has to end season 10, right? But it is, I don't know. I have a lot of questions about this episode, and I really can't wait to watch it. It's going to air in less than 2 months, right? Because this is the finale, and I believe it's April 4th is going to be the day that it comes out. But yeah, anyways, I am super excited. Post all your thoughts down below. Make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.